In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a basic little crochet heart. I have a mini little heart here and I have a small heart here. They can be used for lots of different little things. You can string them together, make a garland, you can sew them onto a little blanket or something, or they're just kind of fun to have around, especially for Valentine's Day. They make a kind of a cute gift because they work up really quickly, so you can put one on a Valentine's Day card or just give one to that special someone. So anyway, what I've got here, I have just a plain worsted weight yarn. You can use any type of yarn that you like, any weight of yarn, and I actually have a 5mm hook. It is a US size H or 8 hook. But of course, any combination that you like can be used. So what I'm going to do to start my heart is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and I'm going to work my stitches back along that chain. Starting in the second chain from hook, I am going to work a single crochet. Then I'm going to work another single crochet. And now I'm at the point, the bottom point of my star. Okay. And in the bottom point, what I'm going to do in the next chain, I'm going to go single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, all in that next chain. That's what starts the bottom point. And then I'm going to do a single in the next stitch, in the next chain, and a single in the next chain. Okay, so we have a symmetrical star. Okay, single, 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 chain 2, single in the point, and then single, single. Now we're going to go chain 1 and turn. We're going to work our second row back along this row. Since we're turning our work and we're not working around and around, it's really not important which is the front and which is the back, which is nice. It's a double-sided heart. So for our second row, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do, let's see, 2 single crochets in the first stitch, thus increasing. Okay, so 2 single crochets in the first stitch, and then we're going to go single crochet in the next, and single crochet in the next. Now we're at the bottom point. In that chain 2 space, okay, we're going to insert our hook into that chain 2 space, and we're going to work all these in the chain 2 space. We're going to do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Okay, just as before, all in that chain 2 space, and then we're going to do single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and an increase or 2 single crochets in the last stitch. Okay, so you can already see it's working up in a little bit of a heart shape. Okay. Our next round, now you could even just tie this off right here and make that your mini heart, which is, I believe, is what I did before. So you could tie it off right there, or you could keep going to make a little bit larger of a heart. Let's keep going. We're going to chain 1 and turn. So now we're on row 3. We're going to do 2 single crochets in the first. We're going to do single crochet in each of the next 4. Okay, so we're going to do 1 single, 2 single, 3 single, 4 single, all the way until we get to that chain 2 space again. We're going to work the chain 2 space the same as before. Single crochet, chain 2, single crochet, all in that space for the point. Then we're going to do a single crochet in each of the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 single crochets in the last stitch. Okay, another heart. You could stop here, you could keep going to make it a little bit bigger. Let's keep going because the pattern's going to change a little bit. We're going to go chain 1 and turn. Okay, let's see, we're on the 4th row. So for the 4th row, we want to kind of bring this part of the heart in a little bit. So we're going to skip this first stitch. So skip the first stitch, and then we're going to single crochet in each of the next stitches all the way to the end. So I believe we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way to that chain 2 space. In the chain 2 space, as before, we're going to go a single, chain 2 single. Now when we work up the other end, what we're going to do, not exactly the same, we're going to go 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to skip the next one and single in the last one. Okay. All right. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn. Again, you could stop there or you could keep going. What we could do is we could actually repeat our last row. Let's go ahead and repeat the last row. So we're going to skip the first stitch, single crochet in the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now in the point, if this is our last row, we could make the point a little bit pointier if we want. So let's make it a little pointier. The way to do that, we go single crochet, chain 3 this time. Adding an extra chain at that point just makes it a little more pointier. And then single crochet. Okay, so again in that chain 2 space we worked single, chain 3 single. And we're going to do single crochet in the next 5, I believe. Let's try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5. Because we're going to skip the second to last. And then we're going to single crochet in the last. Okay, so there is the heart. And what we're going to do now at the end to create a nice little border for your heart is we're going to work a slip stitch. Okay, all the way around the outside edge. So let's see, we can start with a chain 1 and just insert your hook and pull all the way through to make your slip stitch. Work your slip stitches evenly around the outside of the heart. And this can get, takes a little bit of a practice because you want to work them so that you're not losing the shape of the heart, but you're creating a nice edge. Okay, so you just keep working your little slip stitch around. At the middle top here, I'm going to actually add another little extra slip stitch down below to make it more of a V point. And then, oops, got the tail there. And keep working it up. And basically, once you're done with your slip stitch, then you are done with your heart and you can join. So, a little tricky. Just working it around. Now, when you work with motifs like this, you can always do a single crochet border if you like, or a slip stitch border, or no border. Kind of depends what you're going to use it for. Sometimes I like to do a single crochet border if it's a larger motif. I have another larger heart pattern which I work a bit differently. That one can be found on my website, www.keepkidscrochet.com. Now when you get to the end of the point, you could either work a slip stitch or maybe add in an extra chain. So in the point I'm going to do slip stitch, chain, slip stitch, just to make it pointy. So yeah, if you look at an up close to that point, it turned out pretty good. Working an extra slip stitch and a chain into that point. And there you go. So at the end of the round, of course, you would just join with a slip stitch to where you started. And grab my scissors. And then at the end, of course, I won't waste your time, but what you would do is you'd go ahead and you'd hide in those yarn tails and finish it off. And there you go. It's a cute little crochet heart. So have fun and enjoy.